Hello everyone, welcome to the Python lab, and today we try to do the practice on the new topic. The new topic is the pair t-test. So pair t-test is very important where we can compare the two different samples, but the samples will be on the same type of a people or observations or the persons. So basically respondent will be the same. So we have to check the mean difference between the two samples. So that's why we can to calculate the d value. D mean to say difference. So average of the after and average of the before. So what is after and before? That means suppose if there is uh, a study, for example, there are some students, they took some training. So we want to check what was the score, average score of marks before the training, and after the training what is the average score. So average score is higher or not. So that type of a study we should use the pair t-test. So today I plan a real world scenario where example any doctor or example dietitian. So dietitian example, he or she give the any diet plan to the peoples. So they wanted to check the weight before the diet and after the diet. So diet should be effective or not. So they have make some experiment for 6 week diet. Okay, so it can be 1 month or 2 3 months. This is only assumptions, try to see, because we want to solve this problem, so it is important. So in that type of a problem we have to call the paired class. So paired class mean to say before the diet and after the diet, mean to say before the medicine or after the medicine. So something like that you can understand. So weight is a numeric because weight should be numeric scale. So practically here interval or ratio scale. So there is a rule that we have to be follow the numeric numbers only under the weight column. Okay, so that should be ratio scale. Example, weight can be 10, 20, 30 or 40. You can see it can be double, something like that. That's why we call the ratio. So sure, we have to call this is a dependent variable. Okay, so weight is a ratio variable. So I'm taking the example of a weight here, and for that we have to create our objective or aim, what we want to do, what we want to achieve. So to check the diet plan was effective for the weight loss, so it is a question. Okay, so we have to think about. So for this objective we have to create our assumptions. Always we create assumptions. Example, diet plan has no effect on the weight. That means average of a before or average or after weights are the same. That means there is no effect, there is no difference between before the diet and after the diet. That means it is not effective. Alternative hypothesis you can also propose. So that means diet plan has a significant effect of the weight. That means average weight changes, it can be maybe loss or maybe uh, gain, or maybe it can be grow or maybe the lower. So it depends. So in the last we have to check out this result. That means we have to accept or reject null hypothesis. Okay, so before that you please have a look on previous video where we discuss about the one sample t-test and two sample t-test, and this is the two sample t-test is not right. So this is the pair t-test. Yes, it is t-test because it will compare the mean, but the difference is we have to use such a data set here. So data set, this is important. Every technique has a different data set, that is the input. So please have a look here. This is the patient. So patient and before and after. I put 3 columns here for the better understanding. So here you can see there are 13 people. Okay, mean to say 13 patient, people or observations you can see. And here you will see before the diet, the mean score was 82.4. Okay, for this person. And if he took the medicine diet for example 6 week, then it reduced 78. So you have a look on the old people. So it looks like a after the diet it looks like a lower, but it is only 13 people, but in the in real life we can have 100 people. So think about, we have to put more and then we have to find out what is the decision. Should we consider the diet plan or should we consider that medicine? Think about. So that's why we can solve this type of a problem with the help of a paired t-test. So in the paired t-test, very important, what we have to do, we have to think about our important data sample or input. So that I show you previously. So let's start our practice today. So first of all here, you can see here, we have to use some important libraries. So please have a look what library we need it. example numpy. Okay, you can use a numpy as np. Okay, one more library you can use it, that is the example pandas as pd. So every time please use these three different very two different type of libraries. So import os for my clear screen only. It is not mandatory, it is optional. One more where I can find this PAT test, always remember scipy. Okay, so in the scipy what we can do, we can use a, we can find out this package stats. Okay, and here you can also, here please use this from, what we can import, we have to import example what is the name of the PAT test. So that is the PAT test. So here you can find, when you type here automatically it will come to here, can you see? So here I think this is the PAT test, right? So this is my PAT test module where I can directly import, and I can also import one more variable, that is the t. So this is basically aliases, think about this like say aliases. Okay, so I will use in this script, in Python script, all these things. Okay, so first of all please have a look, where is our file? This is the diet file here. So now first of all you have to read the file. So you can read the file always with the data frame. Data frame you can create your variable, and here pd, because you can read the file with the help of pandas. So panda has a how to say this csv file. Okay, so give the right file here, diet.csv, because in my input file you please look here, this is the diet csv, that is a comma separated file. Okay, but don't forget to put in these comments, I mean to say string here, like this. Okay, now I can easily read this file. Now I'm able to read the file. Now you want to print it, so you can print, you can use a print function here and try to check what is the script name. The script name is lab 14. So suppose this is our 14 lab, that's why we try to see it will be readable or not. First I want to check it is readable or not. So let's see, here it should be give the value of my files here, this file here, right? So we want to check right now, lab 14. Okay, yes, I'm able to read this table. This is the tabular form. Okay, so that means row and column. So we have this data set. So let's try to little bit more ahead. So now what we want to use, first we want to check the missing values. So right now we have no missing value, but you can use missing values as well. So how we can check the missing value? If you remember, we can check the missing value with the help of important functions. If you remember in our last week lab, we used that. So what was that? So we need to be called our data frame, and if you remember, we have a is null. Okay, so that is important to understand that this is null function is in the panda. Okay, we used the last week if you remember. So it will focus on the blank cell, that's all. So if you want to calculate all the blank cells, all null value, further extend it with the sum. Okay, so here this is our whole idea to find out the sum of count actually the blank cells. Okay, this way we can do that, just nothing. Please try to go with the whole idea and please use the print. Now you can, I think, easily print or count the missing values. So zero missing value. And you can check here if you want to example here, and let's try to check. It will give count for you. So after one missing value, I found it here. Okay. Further, you can also try one more. Okay, what you can try more? So you can remove record that have missing value. Last week we solved with the imputation. If you remember, we had imputed, but we can also try to do in a short data set with the help of, but actually in the short data set this is not good. If you have a long data set, better to remove it. Otherwise, in a short data set we should use a mean or mode, but I wanted to do the practice with this as well. So in that case, what we can do here, so you want to create a, you want to update, not create, I wanted to update. So if you want to update, call the data frame, old data frame again here. And very important is to use the new drop. Okay, drop NA. It will search out the blank cell, right, from your whole file, right, and it will works for that. Okay, and now you try to print, see the latest result of your data frame. So let's see, is it able to remove it or remove the record? Okay, so let's check out. I hope it should be okay. You can see here this input file. This was the, please have a look which record we have. This one, right? 6. So this is the number of the patient or a person where we missed this after. Yes, we have this result. Can you see it was missed? 6 number record. Now it is removed. So guys, it will help you for that. So I wanted to little bit more. This is for the whole file, but you can also work for a some specific column. So that you use always subset. So subset equal. Put your list example right now. Suppose you have a after column, okay, and if it will go for the after column and find the blank line and will remove it. Okay, this is the first. Similarly, you can go with another. You can go with the another, and similarly we have more. So you can do that. So guys, this is your choice how to do that. So by default it works for the whole file. So you can check out here because this is my choice. I can also give it, it is okay. Now I'm able to drop out that record. Okay, so this is your choice if you wanted to do or not. Okay, this way you can do it. Now what we can do, we try to go a little bit, set up new list. Okay, new list from data frame. Which data frame? df. So example, before you can give the any name bef. Okay, data frame, you can set up the list, pass the column. Which column? 4. So this is the list, you know. Now this is a conversion from the data frame to the list. And another column is again after. Okay, now you can try to print. Okay, use a string here. Now main of which column? Before column, and placeholder. Now I wanted to calculate the average, np mean. Okay, this function you can apply here. On which list? Before. Similarly, you can go with the mean of after. Okay, and here you please try to close it. Now it is good, and it is good for this placeholder. right? And in this placeholder, please try to calculate the mean of which list after. So because we need to directly work on this, try to call the script, execute the script. Can you see right now? You will see here the average of the before is 86.6 and so on, right? So that means 88 and here 85. That means average of after it looks like a less. So 88, it was the average, okay, of the before the diet. The weight was high, and after giving the diet, the weight looks goes lower, 85% on the data, right? So you can also try to put a one more value because we lost it. So example 85 here. Now this value should be changed little bit. Let's see. Yes, it is good, right? 88 and 85, something like that. So in this way you can easily see that there is a looks a little bit difference, right? But this difference is good or not, that is important. So that's why this is important. So in that case, what we can do here, so I wanted to first manually try to do d. You want to calculate the d. You can also do with the manually. So d is, because I show you in the beginning, you can use d. Okay, so this is the same concept you can use here. Okay, so here if you want to, you can directly go here, example np dot mean, right? Now mean of after, because it will, because I know here 85, so I don't want to go the negative, so better to the positive here. Okay, so mean of after, and then after you can minus np mean of which list before here. Okay, now simply you have to be print the difference. Okay, so here you can write here mean difference, right? And here if you want, you can round off if you want to see by the 2 decimal point. So you can manually calculate something like that. Can you see the difference is looks like a -2? That means here here we found the difference here. So because I put the after before, right? So here, so if we want to, better to take a positive here if you want. Okay, that means have a look here. Now it will looks like positive here, so that means here it goes positive. Okay, so now please have a look here. What I did here, I try to be minus the mean of before to the after. Okay, that means here before the diet the mean was higher here. Okay, if it is a positive here, so, and after the diet it goes lower. This is proved here, but it is not enough. So our topic is to be implement the pair t-test. Then let's see. So here this is will help me. In the beginning, if you remember, I use that. So here I would like to use here directly this one. Okay, so here how I can use it, so I have to calculate the difference value, that is the t. Okay, again residual, and here you can again, can you see, now you can use these functions here, and under these functions what you have to pass, only two variable, example before and after, or maybe after and before. So you will see here. Okay, so in that case the t and p value should be calculated, and here same way you can easily try to be here, you can write here t score. So t score you can easily do that here, but here we don't need to use the average. Yes, you can try round of t by 2 decimal places. Similarly, p score, that is the probability. Okay, please have a look at my previous lab where we discuss about this probability well. So here we can use a p round. Okay, so here my p score and t score looks like a printed now. Please check what is the t score and p score. So please have a look. This t scores looks say 11 here. Okay, 11.36, and p score looks like say 0. That looks is significant here. Okay, but here please put a more three decimal places, here, and we can also try to create it here. Example, we remove the code line which we discussed, because here this drop, we have no need this drop, because missing value I can also try to be remove it. Okay, please remove it. This will do that, because here we have no missing value. So now here it is okay. Now try to check out. You see here, this is good. Now we have 11 records. So this is the difference of after the mean goes less. The t scores looks say 11.3, and it looks higher right now. That means we have a difference. So now what we can do here, so we have to be check out our result here, results or threshold. So here what we can write here, we can set a threshold, example 95% or something. So this is your customized area. So now if p value is a lower than, if p value is a lower than your threshold, then what we can print, we can print your hypothesis. And where is the hypothesis which we decided in the top, right? This was the hypothesis, whole hypothesis. Okay, here. Okay, here we can put it here somewhere. Okay, so here on this hypothesis, what will be the main result here? You can see rejected. Otherwise, your hypothesis can be accepted. Okay. So similarly, you can go for your alternate hypothesis. So what was the alternate hypothesis? This one. This was our plan actually in the beginning. And here you can also put it here. And it should be rejected. Okay, now I hope it is okay. Try to check the result. Let's see. Can you see right now here, based on this score, we can conclude the diet plan has no effect on the weight. Okay, this was the first hypothesis and it was rejected. That means it was effective. There is a really difference. Why? Because the average score is going less right now. Okay, so now you see diet plan has been significantly effect on the weight. That is the alternate hypothesis. It need to be accepted here. Okay, so guys, this way you can easily find out the difference. Now you can also try to change the value and see the result, what will happen. Example here, you wanted to be here, try to lose the weight more here, and here you wanted to more weight here. Try to change it, more difference comes or not, 90 and something. Just try to change the value and see the result in your script. Yes, it looks like again the difference is again higher, that is 0.05. Okay, so it is the same difference we have. And if you change the value, and you will see the result accordingly. Okay, so here this is the basically idea to use this pair t-test in the Python language. So now in the last we try to conclude our session. In this lab session what we had, so the idea was to implement the pair t-test to check out the difference. We try to do it. The study was the real world example dietitian examination about the diet plan. It was good or not, right? So first of all, we set the hypothesis. We set our assumptions. That is the hypothesis plan. The diet plan has no effect on the weight. Alternate hypothesis was the diet plan has a significant effect of the on the weight, right? So in the next, we try to read the file. That means try to create a data frame and store your file. Okay. Then we discuss about the missing value, if there is a missing value or not. If there is a missing value, we can record. We can, sorry, not record. We have to be remove that record, remove that row. Okay. So you can use this drop NA. And then after we try to be again created the list from the data frame. Then we try to find out manually the average score, and then we calculate the D difference, okay, which was significant. Then we try to find out the you know, P score or T score from the using the t-test peer t-test functions here. Okay, and then after uh, we try to be find out the threshold value, right? Okay, so threshold value, we try to decide out that 0.0595%. Okay, this is the same here. And then in the last, we try to take a decision, that is our decision rule, accept or reject the null hypothesis or alternate hypothesis. So final plan and conclusion, the diet was looks effective. So it can be used for the people in the future based on these values. So what will happen if you can be example, uh, try to be put more values. Example, this is, can you see right now? I put it more value here. So can you see right now 85 people? Okay, so what will happen now? Try to check out the result. So for that, you will see immediately the result that the hypothesis is okay or not, or what is the p-value. So right now I put the same one, that the result should be also the look like a similar like a difference. So let's see. I hope it will come. Okay, so this was our plan for today. So calling this data set, it was again, you see the t-score is again and 0.0. It is lower than 0.05. Okay, so guys, I hope you can get it. So we will do the practice on the next lab. So if you have any question or query, you can ask me in the comment section. I try to help you. So in the next lab, we try to discuss a new topic in our lab. Until then, please take care and see you in my next lab. Thank you very much. Bye bye.